Hello my friends, I hope you can see me. Hey to everyone. Just want to check the sound and want to check the video if everything is okay. Tell me my friends if the audio is okay for you, if the video is more or less alright as well. Just tell me. I'll switch off my phone right now. And probably I forgot to open the door. Stand by my friends, I'll be right back. Hey. Okay, hi, started, yes. And tell me about the audio and video. I'm more interested in audio quality. And tell me about the audio, my friends. Can you hear me? Hello from Italy, buongiorno, yeah, buongiorno. And guys, tell me about the audio. What is the guys, it's not about it. Please hold your questions. Please hold your questions and please tell me about the audio and we'll continue. Pamela, nice to meet you. Alright, nobody is saying about the audio. Let's try another microphone, probably. Because I'm still testing my equipment. What about this mic? Is it better or not? Is it better now or was it better before? Tell me. Which audio is better? Now it's better or now it's worse? Hi, sir. Because I'm now taking the audio from the camera. Today we'll start from my explanation. Better now. Mic perfect. Hi. I hope, because I cannot hear myself. And probably I will remove the mic. Audio is perfect. Okay, that is why we may just stream on the camera. I will remove everything and we'll just, it's better. Wow, so the audio on Logitech Brio is better than on this microphone. Interesting. Okay, my friends, please hold all of your questions for now temporarily. Give me like 10 minutes. I will explain the point of today's conversation, because people may open this video, live stream, and for them it won't be very interesting to listen to all of your questions, etc. So that is why we're going to speak about the particular topic, the future of pilot profession. So give me 10 minutes. If you want your comment or your question to be displayed and you want me really to answer it now, you may go to link. The link is under the video description there, and there you can support me with my goal. We almost reach it for the next video, for the future project, and your comment or question will appear just here on this screen, and I will of course answer it. I'm not begging for money, but with your help you are helping me to expand my channel, because now, as you know, the aviation still in a crisis, and I see that the flights are getting not so big as before. Also, the number of flights a little bit decreases when we are close to the autumn and winter. Hey, so about the future of pilot profession, I have lots of comments, my friends. So stop your questions for now, at least, or you may chat, but I will not point my attention on the chat so far. Well, my friends, the pilot profession is the human profession, and you can see that in every part of our daily life we see more and more automation is coming. And the more popular question, as I said, under one of the most popular questions is the automation going to replace the pilot profession in the future? And second, one of the most popular questions is it going to be the flight reduction and pilot jobs reduction in the future? Well, let me answer to the first one, at least. The pilot profession is kind of unique. You need to know lots of things to fly the airplane. It's not, I would say, not for everyone, but most of the people can handle this job. You need to have certain skills, certain knowledge, and it's very unique and specific profession. If I get fired just right now, I won't be able to find the job with the same salary, because this job is very specific and it's very sensitive. By the way, the industry is very sensitive to all the crises. I'm going to say that we fly airplanes, but we also do mistakes as humans. It's our nature to do mistakes. And during the average flight, my instructor, chief pilot of British Airways, those people and me, we do mistakes. And those mistakes can be crucial, but mostly they are recoverable. I can explain you, there are several types of mistakes that we usually do. The most common is sleep, not the sleep, but the sleep. It's I already told in one of my videos. Then you drive your car, you go to your house, you turn to the left at a certain crossroad, but one day you have the diversion because this particular crossroad is closed, but you forgot to turn before and you continue to drive to your crossroad, and you just enter to this construction works in progress and you have to do the U-turn. You knew that you have to turn before, but you slept, because it's like automation process that you usually do one thing. And in aviation profession it's the same. If you do, for example, one thing flying on Airbus, if you come to the Boeing, it can be totally different. Specific procedures, different procedures. That is why we have type ratings. But still, in your some consciousness, you have all these procedures, and there are lots of procedures while we fly the airplane. That is why those sleeps can occur, those sleep mistakes. And the airplanes are designed to warn you whether you've done this mistake or not. For example, if you taxi before the takeoff, before taxi, perform the before taxi checklist, and you forgot to extend the flaps. It's usual procedure to extend the flaps before taxi, but they are not listed in before taxi checklist. They are listed in before takeoff checklist because you may taxi with flaps up if your apron is slushy or taxiway slushy. So you have to extend the flaps just before departure. That's why it is in before takeoff checklist. So, for example, you slept, you did a mistake, you didn't extend them on a taxi, but you have the checklist, the other procedure that okay, if you had a mistake not extending them before, now according to checklist you need to check the flaps extension. If you even forgot the checklist, to do the checklist, there is one more system. It's called the takeoff configuration warning, and it will sound to you bam 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 on Boeing 737, continuous repetitive sound, and of course it will warn you that you are out of takeoff configuration. You need to stop the takeoff, abort, reject, and extend the flaps and try again. So all these systems are used to humans, like it's human interface to correct our mistakes. And usually we as humans, we also may spot our mistakes and correct them. The mistake is not the big mistake if we properly correct that. And yeah, as I say to you, every pilot does mistakes. It's normal, it's our human nature. Sometimes those mistakes can be due to lack of knowledge, lack of experience. That's why we have the training procedure for the young pilots, newcomers, and for those who have their type rating or line training in specific airline, because many of airlines, they have specific procedures as well. So all the system works to reduce these human mistakes, but still, as you see from the investigation videos, there are some crucial mistakes or the series of mistakes that may cause the air crash, right? And most of the common nowadays is the human factor for the air crashes. And yeah, we need to fight this. How to fight this? You may say, okay, let's enter the automation to aviation and we'll get rid of the human mistakes. But it won't work in that way, because now the human factor is the main reason for the aircraft accidents and incidents. If we'll put the automation will be the main cause of those incidents and accidents, because the automation is in lack of spatial reasoning, in lack of decision making so far. So we don't have the artificial intelligence nowadays developed in such a way that can think differently, out of the box, let's say, out of the published procedures. Because if you open the Boeing documents, it's clearly say that if captain states that this procedure is not good for particular situation, he or she may do in a different way if he or she sure that the different way is better for the safety. That is not possible with automation nowadays. And whatever algorithms you put in automation systems, they will never think outside the box. They will never have this non-standard mindset as human beings have. However, the automation helps us. We turn on the autopilot to reduce the workload inside the cockpit, and it basically flies better. The airplane flies better than you select the automation. But it's not about flying nowadays. It's about the operation of the airplane, of decision making, of thinking, situational awareness, about the situational awareness, etc. Basically, we set what we do, what we want to the airplane, and airplane flies automatically. We have, however, different systems, especially designed by Garmin. As far as I remember, it's Garmin 3000 on the small airplanes, where there is the single pilot, and you can switch in case something goes wrong with the pilot. You can switch, the passenger may switch on the automatic approach and landing, and the airplane will even divert to the nearest possible airport. It will land, but it's still the emergency case, right? If something unusual happens on this route, for example, bird strike, loss of one engine, of the single engine, yeah, the aircraft won't be able to cope with the no engine landing. I'm sure about it, teaching, etc. So for now, these automatic systems are not as safe as human piloted airplanes. However, they also have the development of the neural network, uh, Neuralink, the company of Elon Musk. They are constantly developing new things for Tesla, for the SpaceX, and they have the department Neuralink that develops this matrix system for the artificial intelligence. And there, I think this system can work as human being mind in that way that the system can make decisions. But first, the system should destroy several airplanes to learn how to fly. You can open every model of this neural link or neural network and see the model how it works. So first, the system needs to fly the simulator, then it should fly the real airplane and destroy several of airplanes to know how to fly. Pamela, are you sleeping? I'm getting close to it. So for now, I see the development of the automation system will go in commercial aviation, and for sure pilots will be replaced by the automation in future. Not now, not in nearby 50 years, not in nearby 100 years, I'm sure about it. So if you want to choose this profession for you, no doubts. If you want to fly the airplanes, don't be scared about the automation. And that's my opinion, my friends. I see that I lost some of the people who are watching this live stream because it's a little bit not annoying, but I understand that it's not very interesting. However, it will be interesting for those who open this video first. You may also help me. Now you can ask your question in a chat, and please like the video. It will help YouTube algorithms to share it. Just like this live stream, please, and it will be shared among the YouTube. Hola, hola. Pamela, sorry. No, it's like it's nice to see you here. Thanks for watching. Cannot reach you, Pamela. I don't have any contact with you, so you may go to the channel description for my email or just direct message me to Instagram, because on your YouTube channel it's nothing. Thanks for your long time support. Dennis, welcome from the Netherlands. Betsy, thank you, Betsy. Nice to meet you here on my live streams. You always here, and it's great to see you. You gained me. Hi, will pilots be in 2040? Yes, and even in 2080. Hi, Captain Dennis. I believe always will be need a pilot assistance. Could be, but if we see the automation around in our daily life, we will not have pilots in the cockpit. Believe me. What to do in case of emergency? Follow the instructions by cabin crew, by pilots. Nothing really special there. Love from India. Greetings to India. At what age you became a pilot, sir? At 22. Then I was 22. Does Ukraine International Airlines have a cadet program? We used to have, but nowadays we don't have, because there are many pilots on the market and many pilots who are willing to pay for their type rating and those pilots who have their flight hours. So if we need the pilots, probably the airline would save the money not investing into the cadet program, because for cadet program you need lots of flights for the line training and lots of hours on the flight simulator. So probably not in nearby years. Does the pressure the passenger feel same in the cockpit? If yes, how pilots deal with that? Yes, it's disturbed adequately in a cabin compartment as well in cockpit compartment. So we have the same pressure. at altitude of, let's say, 390, the altitude inside the cockpit is 7,000 with something feet. It's okay, we can handle that. It's normal for human beings. And always too, because I know of inconvenience. Captain, then your next flight. Oh, the next flight in 3 days or something. I'll fly to Athens, Greece. The next flight actually on 21st. I'll be flying on the Independence Day of Ukraine. We have 13th anniversary of independence, so 30 years of independence of our country. It was interesting to me. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I'm hoping to become a pilot and was wondering the same thing. Thank you, Lime, for shout out for your comment. Hello, I notice you tired. Can you say hello? No, I'm not tired. It's my regular state. Maybe I slept not so well today. Actually, this night, I should have had the flight to Izmir, Turkish city in Turkey, but the flight was cancelled for me. They changed the airplane for the bigger one, for 767. Do you think the MAX will review and maybe overtake the Airbus 320neo? Depends on the cost, depends on the maintenance cost, depends on the production cost, and maybe if they would reduce the price. The price is still lower compared to Airbus 320neo. However, I think it may replace. Not replace, but overtake, right? Is there a chance that a pilot job will not exist in the future? Example, get replaced by robots. And if you think this will happen, do you think it will happen in the next 100 years or sooner? I already answered that question. Not in nearby century, maybe after 100 years. I want to be a pilot. Good luck with your dreams. Hi, will pilots be in 20? I already answered. Age limited to big commercial pilots. As far as I know, it's 21, probably in my country. Dennis, where are your airlines planes provided with logos? Where are your airlines planes provided with logos? I didn't get the question. How tall you have to be a flight attendant? Oh, I will ask, or I will search in our documents and I'll answer to you, Pamela. Just reach me through the email that you may find on my channel, also on Instagram. Just direct message me. I will answer you, okay? Probably it's not less than 1 meter and 60 centimeters here. What made you to be a pilot? Wow, there is the video on my channel, My Way to Become a Pilot, that I say that I'm from aviation family. My mother used to be the flight attendant, my father was the engineer, the aviation engineer, so we always used to live near to the airport. I like to go to the airport, I like to see the airplanes flying, so I was constantly in this environment and I was eager to fly the planes. That is why, probably. Also, I tried firstly the flight simulator. After that, I went to, let's say, the club where they build, the models, the airplane models. I built the gliders there, and yeah, I love the aviation in general. What's the time there? It's almost 5 p.m. How will pilots be in 2040? Don't spam. They will be, okay? Don't spam with your comment. So how I can be a pilot? You just go to the flight school and pay money usually. However, there are government-sponsored programs and could be the airline-sponsored programs as well. and if you are the best of the best in your school or whatever, they may provide this program for you particularly. What is your favorite band, Captain? Are you instructor? I used to be the flight instructor on the typewriting instructor actually on ATR 72. I'm not anymore, just a captain. And what is your favorite band? It's Iron Maiden, probably. How much you earn per month? I cannot say. It's the classified information by my airline, but it's several times less than it used to be before the crisis. Please do a live with Explain 11 in Madeira. I missed the Explain live. Alright, I'll do it next time. What are the two little things on your side on the arm? Two little things. What are the two little things? I don't know. I don't have any things. Dennis, do you regulate the temperature self in the cockpit? Yes, we in the cockpit we can regulate the temperature inside the cabin compartment as well as inside the cockpit. We have on NG we have three regulators, let's say temperature selectors to set the temperature, and particularly you see the temperature in the duct and the temperature in compartments, and we have the separate regulation for the cockpit and two regulators for the front part of the cabin compartment and the aft part of the cabin compartment. On Sky Interior models of the Boeing 737, there are regulations also installed for the flight attendants. Is it possible to land an aircraft with fully jammed elevator? Yes. Just a couple of months ago, I had this task on the flight simulator. So the elevator jam, and you basically use the stabilizer trim. There's a special technique how you would land with the jammed elevator, but we are trained to deal with it. It's still the emergency, and it's not very easy to land the Boeing 737 with this malfunction, but I think it's more than possible to land it. It's not easy, it's challenging, but you may land it. What is your height? It's 1 meter and 88 centimeters. Why do we have to keep the window shades open during takeoff and landing? To see the outside. If there is an engine blown up, fire, the wing on fire, or maybe debris during the forced landing, you can clearly see, okay, I would not like to evacuate that side, so I'll proceed to the left side, right? And also it helps flight attendants to identify whether the fire is on the left or right side of the airplane, so they may open just those emergency exits that are required for evacuation, that will be more safe for evacuation. Will pilots be there in the next 20 years? I already answered you. Yes. Because you spam, yeah? You spam a lots of the same questions. Don't spam, I answer it. Do you remember all the procedures of startup an airplane, or you watch the procedure in a checklist? No, on Boeing 737 we have to remember all the procedures. By checklist, we just check those procedures. So we just read the checklist, check the system, but before you do procedures. How is, say, Oxford Aviation Academy for CPL? I think perfect, but expensive. Is 50 kgs weight enough to be a pilot? Depends on your height, I think. You need to stay within limits for BMI index, so I think it should be between 20 and 30 for BMI index. I thought you earn 365 in July. Yes, it's my salary from YouTube, but not from the airline. Is it possible to include vertical takeoff and landing system in passenger aircraft? No, it's very complicated, it's very massive, and it's useless for commercial airplanes. Dennis, why do some pilots wear face mask in the cockpit? I don't think good for communication. It's not good, not for communication, but it's not good for emergency procedures, and also not good for your health, I think. I don't know why some airlines enter these regulations for pilots to sit with the masks on in a cockpit. It's totally useless because you have the distance usually less than 1.5 meters, and you can exchange those viruses very easily, even sitting with the masks on. Especially when you touch the same controls and same buttons on the MCP. For me, it's very strange. HEPA filters in the cockpit, in the airplane actually, that they filter most of these viruses. So I don't see why you should wear the mask, especially if you need, especially if you have depressurization of the airplane and you need to put on the oxygen mask as fast as possible. So here you need to like remove this mask and put on the oxygen mask, but during that depressurization, well, that feeling is, you will remember this feeling for the rest of your life, because your lungs and everything in the stomach probably will go away, not from the stomach problem but from lungs also. So it will be very hard to breathe, and you have the mask on and you have just around 10 seconds to wear the mask. After that you'll be unconscious at flight level 410. So 10 seconds for you to wear the mask, and now you need to remove the face mask. I think it's not safe. It's my personal opinion. So that is why we do not use it. And also we fly at a certain level with a certain pressure, so you already have the highest altitude in the cockpit, and you put the mask on, probably you'll have the hypoxia. In that case the chances are higher. So for me, I don't think that the cockpit door is closed, everything there. I don't think that pilots should wear masks. I gotta go to eat. Okay, Pamela, bon appetit for you, waiting for you here. Malam sir, help please, may you go language Indonesian and for understand people in my country, thanks be. No, I don't know Indonesian. That's why I cannot speak Indonesian, sorry. The yellow thing on your shoulder, what does it mean? It means that I'm a captain. This epaulets, they call epaulets, basically 4 stripes for the captain, 3 stripes for first officers, sometimes 2 stripes for young first officer. Ever flown to Belgium? Yes, I was there in Belgium. See you soon, Jamil. How are you doing? I'm okay. Love from Indonesia. Greetings to Indonesia. I'm 194 centimeters. I'm too tall to be a pilot. No, you are not. I know the guy who is flying with 2 meters high here. So it really depends probably on your airline or civil aviation regulations. Please do a video about types of clouds and their characteristics. Alright, good idea, thank you. Your opinion about Orange Wings Aviation Academy in Florida. I have never been to United States, so I don't know. This is the first time I hear about this academy, so I don't have any kind of opinion about it. So Google and find the reviews. Dennis, do you ever get out of the night with your friends? Strange question. I know window open and lights off was to adjust eyes at side lighting in case of emergency. Indeed. Can I get my PPL at 16? Probably. Depends on your regulations. Go to the flight school and ask them. Hi, my name is Moise and I'd like to know how to succeed in interview. Wow. I have lots to say about this question. Probably I need to film the whole video about it, Mouse. So, the first thing is to wear the nice suit and no worries. I was on interview probably 7 times with different airlines and most of them I passed. And yeah, you need just to prepare yourself more mentally, and they will look at you and they're looking not only for good pilot in most of the cases, but they also looking for the good guy, just a good guy. Be a good guy, be honest with yourself and with them. Tell the truth, tell as it is, because they will, of course, if you tell the truth, no matter what the truth is, they like it. They will absolutely like it. And of course, be prepared. Prepare like your knowledge, etc. But also take time to prepare mentally for this. To prepare for Emirates, I use the latest pilot jobs website. I passed the interview, but after all, as you see, I'm not working with Emirates. Why did you sit behind the throttle in one of your last YouTube shorts videos? Why did you sit behind the throttle? You mean on a jump seat? Because oh, sorry, probably have something here. No. Because I was on the plane as the observer, you see. The pilot flying was the instructor, the pilot monitoring was the instructor, and they had the qualification to land in Madeira airport. That's why I was on a jump seat, because that airport is not easy to fly to. Have you ever experienced a windshield warning and had to go around on final? Not yet, not yet. How long does it take to become a captain? Usually from 2 to 3 and sometimes even 4 years. Is 40,000 euros good for a flight school? Depends on a flight school. In Western Europe, it won't be enough. In Eastern Europe, from what I know, it could be enough. Can we apply to Emirates or another airline if we have obtained our PPL and CPL from another country, not from the airline country? Yes, Aaron, you can apply to Emirates. Go to their website. By the way, they are hiring right now. And depends also on your qualification, on your flight hours, on your English. They may hire you. You can be legible for the interview at least. I'm from Vietnam. Greetings. How to succeed to an airline interview? What kind of question can you expect? Personal questions. Well, for Emirates, I hadn't any technical questions. For technical questions, there is the computer. It will ask you some of the math questions, some of the technical questions about the aviation, but basically they were looking at the personality. and also they were looking of how I perform at the flight simulator. The flight simulator really shows everything, and just be honest with them, and they will have to they will they highly I'm not good in English, my friends. They will appreciate that you are honest with them. If you are not honest, they will recognize because they have the experience for interview with other pilots. So, what kind of questions? Just go to the latest pilot jobs, and it's nice website for interviews with most of the airlines out there. Qatar, Emirates, Eva Air, and there you can find step-by-step guide, which is 80% equal of what they will ask you, at least for the computer questions. But every interview is unique. You cannot fully prepare for it, you see. So depends on your conversation there. So I was talking with a psychiatrist probably there, and they asked me one question, other question, and those questions are very personal, and the dialogue goes like a river without any borders. So they may put the question here, they may put the question here, and you just need to fly to swim on this flow, and to just go ahead and try yourself. I know if you won't pass the interview with Emirates, you have the opportunity to go again and again and again, try yourself. However, there are some of the airlines, like from what I heard, it's Lufthansa, then you can apply just once. If you didn't pass the interview, they won't hire you ever. How long will aviation change due to usage of SAF and due to use of what is SAF? Um, SAF. Probably I'm out of data about this abbreviation. Considering COVID has lowered pilot wages, is it still worth the cost to gain commercial pilot license? Steven, it depends on you. For me, yes, it was. For you, maybe not. I'm here not about the money. Hello, Captain. Is it good to study another career like architecture before aviation? Yeah, it will give you the alternate airfield if something goes wrong with aviation. You see this area and this industry is very sensitive to economical and health crises. So for sure, it will guarantee you or you may have the opportunities to work in other field and feed your family basically if something goes wrong with aviation. However, without experience in that particular niche, your salary will be several times less, but still the opportunities to find a job increases. That's actually what I do now on YouTube. I hope someday it will help me to earn something for my family and for just for me for living, because I see that the aviation industry is very sensitive, and this YouTube channel actually helps me to stay within the industry and also maybe earn the money from this YouTube so far. It's very little money, like $300-400 per month, but still it's okay for me. In future it will grow probably, I hope. So it motivates me. Do airline passenger pilots fly cargo? it doesn't matter if you have the type rating. For example, on Boeing 747, you might fly passenger Boeing 747 or cargo Boeing 747. So it really doesn't matter. You can go for cargo airline, you can go for passenger airline. On the passenger aircraft, we also carry cargo. It's a normal thing. So the most of the cargo delivered by air, not by special cargo companies, but by the regular passenger companies. Just in, we put the cargo in a cargo holds together with the baggage, and we deliver it all around the world. You made a mistake in live description. You wrote about instead about. Okay, I'll correct it afterwards. I'll not correct it right now. Yeah, I do mistakes. Everybody does. Do you descend slightly below the glide path to compensate for the leveling distance to land exactly at the aiming point? No. On Boeing 747, I follow according to glide path, and I still land on 1/3 of the runway, which is the landing touchdown zone, right? So I don't need to touch down exactly on those big marks. I just need to touch down within this area around. Hey, hope everything is fine. Yeah, everything is okay. Do you need to go university to become a pilot? It's required in UK. George, I did some investigation. I don't know about the UK, but in the United States of America, if you want to go for regional career, you can. You don't need this education in university or college. However, if you want to fly for American Airlines, Delta, for major airlines, you need to have the college degree or bachelor degree in university. So for UK, I haven't searched it so far, but you can Google. You can Google and find out. I'm not sure about the UK. For United States, if you want to be a captain in major airline, you need to have the college degree or university degree. Do you have to have a higher than average IQ to become an airline pilot? You know, I haven't passed for IQ, never in my life. This test is not certified in my country, so I don't know my IQ. Nance, have you ever seen a special object during your flight? Yes, I saw a meteor, which was not like a falling star or something. It was like a meteor burning in the atmosphere. It was during the night flight here in Ukraine. It was like a rocket, you know, the signal rocket, and finally it separated into small pieces and vanished in atmosphere. I saw it once. Hey, just started my ATPL and have my first lecture in GNAV on Monday. You have any advice for a new student? Aaron, take it as it is. No advices. Enjoy your time. Just don't forget to relax sometimes, because if you put so much information, because now it's very, you have lots of information, yeah? Just give you some time to relax. Just go somewhere sometimes. Just make yourself a holiday and just go somewhere. Don't think about the aviation. Don't think about everything. That will help to reset your mind before the next studying week. So yeah, just enjoy, study hard, but also relax. It helps. And also it will improve your health, because health is the most important thing for a pilot. Hi Dennis, did you get any another qualification outside of the aviation as a backup career? No, fortunately. Unfortunately, no. Well, where are we? First, I passed for the Polytechnic University of Kiev for Faculty of Aeronautic Technologies, where people study these aeronautical things, smart things for instruments, for navigation, for aircraft design. But I changed to be a pilot. It was like a backup. I passed the interview with that university, but after that I took all my documents to other one. Now I don't have the backup, just one career. Then is your next flight. Will you fly from right or left? I don't know from what seat. I know it just one day before. And my next flight would be to Athens on 24th of August. Selamat siang, selamat sore, selamat malam, probably. Greetings to Indonesia. Sustainable aviation fuel. Okay. How sustainable aviation fuel change aviation in 2035? Okay. SAF stands for Sustainable Aviation Fuel. We are in 2035. We will fly in a jet fuel. There will not be hydrogen or something. That's my opinion. My prediction. Is it compulsory to do math or science for advanced level to be international airline pilot? No. Can we play Microsoft Flight Simulator to become a pilot? It won't teach you to fly the airplanes. However, if you want to check out your airplane that you want to fly as a pilot, the flight simulators give that opportunity. So there you can download the model of the airplane with the cockpit. You can click all those switches, see the indications, try to do the same procedures as in your training facility, and that may help. But don't do your own procedures. Just get yourself familiar with the cockpit, and that's it. And use procedure of your airline or training facility to fly this model. Have you ever met Captain Kelsey from 74 Gear? No, never. I know this channel. I took his idea, It was probably the bad thing to do from my understanding right now, because I just saw he was reacting to TikTok videos, and his video, like in 1 month, got more than 6 million with something views, and it's not the short video, it's long video. So I decided, wow, I should probably try to do the same, but in different way, with same kind and also different kind of videos, reaction to wrong TikTok advices, or how he called it, the terrible TikTok advices, especially for emergency procedures as for passengers. What I did, I filmed that video and I got less views than usual for my regular videos. So the thing is not working for me, but it worked for Kelsey. I named the video very similar. I used the same tags. I basically reacted in mostly the same way, but in my unique way. Also, I filmed on board of the airplane for detailed explanation. But yeah, for me it didn't work. For Kelsey it worked. So I'm experimenting, and this experiment just failed. This experiment failed. So probably I will not film my reaction on those stupid or funny TikTok videos anymore. Then are flaps 2 used on Boeing 737 and G. So for example, you have the minimum clean speed, depends on your weight, could be 220 could be 200, could be 190 even for very low weights. So you have the indication of this speed. It's called up speed, the manual speed. So then you extend flaps 1, the speed drops to, let's say, 190, right? So we have the flaps up speed, let's say 210, extend flaps, and speed becomes 190. So that's your minimum speed that you can maintain with flaps 1. And if the ATC will call you Korean International 123, reduce speed 180 in sequence for approach. You see that you can extend to 5, but you can also extend to flaps 2, because flaps 2 you have less wing curve, and that reduces that we have less drag compared to flaps 5, have less fuel consumption. So you select flaps 2, you reduce the speed to 180 knots. That is the only way how I use flaps 2. Probably you'll see it in one of my videos. I filmed the video about the flight 2222 to Cairo, and we used actually flaps 2 during that approach. You'll see exactly the same thing on real airplane. Hello, you my favorite pilot. Yay! How are you? I'm fine. How are you, Fried Chicken? Fried Chicken, it's the nickname. Hi Captain, I'm from Spain. How's the situation in Kabul? I'm not in Kabul. Thank you for reminding me. Today I will call to my friend. She used to work for Khmer. It's Afghanistan Airline. She used to fly the Boeing 737 Classic, and she evacuated. Luckily, she evacuated from Kabul just one day before the chaos. Actually, she evacuated during the chaos. If you see on the internet, if you saw the videos where the Airbus 340 was staying on the gate and people were trying to reach the airplane to climb on a gate, so she flown to Kiev exactly on the same plane. I think she flown to Kiev, but she evacuated on that plane. She's now in Kiev. She is kind of busy. She's helping for other guys or girls who stayed in Kabul to flee the country, to evacuate as well, because now we see the total chaos out there. All the passenger flights, commercial flights stopped, just the military and emergency evacuations ongoing. So I want to talk with her, and probably if she would agree, I would like to film the interview with her about her career path, about the situation we have right now in Kabul, because from her perspective it would be very interesting. And by the way, if you know Josh Khalil, the guy who's reviewing the airlines, like similar to Sam Chu, he reviewed actually the video with her. They flown the Boeing 737 Classic in Kabul, and she is a captain. Her name is Nika, and we studied at the same university, so I know her. And probably I'm gonna meet her very soon. Then she will not be as busy as she is now, and probably gonna film some kind of interview. We'll try to do it. Dennis, I like your videos and short clips, and I always show them to my mom. And I'm from Sri Lanka, and I'm 16, and my goal is to become a pilot. I'm Aaron Pereira. Thank you for sharing my videos with your mom. Greetings to Sri Lanka, and I hope she will support you with your goal. Go for it, my friend, and if you really like it, just follow your dreams, and your dreams finally will come true, no matter what, sooner or later. Respected sir from India, but they're jobless of pilots work. Please tell me what do you think? Yeah, we have the crisis. The crisis will be over. Believe me. Not this year, probably not next year, but the aviation will rise again. The demand for transportation. My parents don't want me to be a pilot, despite my trying to tell them aviation is safest mode of transportation. What should I do, sir? Suck the well. Sorry, I may not spell your name correctly. It's your life. You know, parents gave the life to you, but finally, yeah, we can believe in many things, but let's admit that we live just once, okay? And it's only up to you how would you spend this life. And if you want something really hard, go for it, no matter what it is, a pilot job or other goals in your life. Do not like argue with your parents, just go through your line, that's it. Do what you can do to convince them if it's really your goal, and if they love you, they will support you. I think so. They're just afraid of these accidents. People are afraid to fly because they don't know how airplanes fly mostly. How cabin pressure is lost? It can be lost due to malfunction of the pressurization system, and also if you have hole in the airplane. Hey, your speak still make me remind my physics teacher. How did you build your flying hours to get CPL and TPL? For CPL, I just went to flight training organization for training, and for ATPL, I went to work for the airline. That's it. Do you have favorite Japanese food and Western food? We watch from Japan. Greetings to Japan. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa for watching. And I like sushi. That's all we have in Ukraine. Seafood, sushi. Yeah, and I like this water cabbage, in sushi and everything. Love from Tamiladu. Tamiladu. What is Tamiladu? Let me check. It sounds interesting. Tamiladu. Tamil Nadu, probably. It's the South Province of India, as far as I understood. Tamil Nadu, yeah. Hi Paula, do you remember me from last time? Alice001. Honestly, Alice, I don't remember. So many viewers, so many comments. It's a shame, but sorry. Can't wait for tomorrow's video. Yeah, it will be a very long video, my friends. Probably one of the longest review of the flight. Not only the flight, but for the city as well. Could be very interesting. But it's maybe boring, maybe interesting. This time I didn't cut too much the flight, the takeoffs, the approaches. So if you like, you may see. Sir, please, can you make Telegram group? I already have the Telegram group. It's in my channel description. I'll share it with you right now. And go to the channel. I don't have many followers there, and just you may join. Just a moment. It's my Telegram. so you may check it out. That is how much time you have on an airport between arrival and departure. Usually 1 hour, and sometimes less, sometimes 45 minutes. Hey Dennis, it's time. Aviation Geek 04. Yeah, it's me, Aviation Geek 04. Cool. Captain, are you thinking of working in Japan? And can you get a very and you can get a very good salary. Japan is one of the most expensive countries in the world. I'm not really thinking to work in Japan. I want to work in Ukraine, but if I lose the job over here, I might search for any kind of job elsewhere. Japan is not the exception. What country do you live? I live in Ukraine. Can you update us on your flights before head so we can fall on flight radar? Probably on Telegram. You may join Telegram. I just if I fly somewhere, I can type there. Are you from Ukraine, my friend? Love your videos. Appreciate the effort you put making them. Thank you. Yeah, from Ukraine. Should I join Singapore Airlines cadet pilot program? Takes 15 years to be a captain. Or join a low-cost carrier to become a captain earlier and then join Middle Eastern Airlines and be accepted there. It's kind of difficult choice. I wouldn't concentrate on. I would rather stick, for me personally, I would rather stick with one airline throughout my career. Singapore is a very nice place. I think it's better than Dubai. You have wonderful countries also within the reach, like Thailand, Philippines, and what else? Maldives, right? You can go and fly and experience, go to India as well. And there, the climate is better, I think. And yeah, I would rather stick with Singapore Airlines. Singapore is great. But if you like the Middle East, go for it. Hey Pavel, if you stall and push the throttles to maximum and side stick forward to prevent stalls, does it work with the Boeing 737? No, it won't work because there is no side stick on Boeing 737. Push the throttle to max forward. If you stall the airplane, you don't need to aggressively put the thrust levers on 737 according to flight training manual and QRH because you have the pitch up moment. So it's better to push the yoke a little bit forward and then gradually, if the speed is continuously dropping, gradually increase the thrust. Have you ever had a fun experience with air traffic control? Not really. I don't remember actually. Pilot SpiceJet is bringing back Boeing 737 MAX. Is it safe now? Yes, I think it's safe. You may check out my video. Is it safe to fly on Boeing 737 MAX? And I already got that. And I think it's okay to fly that airplane. Captain, can you introduce your family? Are they now with you? They are not with me today. I cannot introduce them because my wife, she doesn't want to be a public person. So, no, my friends. Probably I will introduce my daughter, but she's not here. Next India flight? No, I don't fly to India. People usually don't care about good information. I can doubt about this statement because if I'm searching for the good information, I'll find it, right? And it should be available. Where are you from? From Ukraine. What airlines in Europe or in Ukraine have a CADIC program? Thank you. I think SkyUp they had the CADIC program. Also we had, but now I think no anymore. I think no airlines have the CADIC program right now. Oh, try Windrose for ATR, but there you still need to pay for type rating. Did you get RPL or PPL, or did you just go straight to CPL? No, I just got PPL, after that CPL. Oh, I just went too much. Oh, too much below. Sorry guys if I missed your question. Hey Captain, I've got other question. How are you? I'm okay. Thank you. Have you ever seen Northern Lights while on plane? No. But my colleagues, they see it regularly if they fly to United States or Canada on big airplanes like Boeing 777. They show me the pictures. What color blind level is allowed for flying during day and night? I don't know, I'm not the doctor, sorry. It's better to go to the aviation medical facility in your country. They will check you and they will tell you because they have requirement list for your specific country, for your specific authorization. Do you want to fly the 777? Maybe one day. Maybe one day if my airline would say to me, okay, go and fly 777, I would go and fly 777. If they say me go and fly in Embraer, I would go and fly in Embraer. So for me it doesn't really matter. However, I think Boeing 737 is the nice plane. Well, we have other question about the planes. Why did you choose to fly the Boeing 737? I didn't choose. The airline chose for me, and actually during the interview they say to me, okay, if we propose you to fly in Embraer, would you join our airline? And I say, yes, of course, because I want to work with you, not fly the specific airplane. I want to work for a specific airline because I like my airline. I hope it will continue to fly. I hope we'll withstand this crisis. Love from New Delhi. Many things with much respect from Sacramento, California. Wow. Thanks, Tony. Hello, hi. Where is your country? It's in Eastern Europe, Ukraine. You may Google. I wish you a very happy Onam. Greetings from Calera. Thanks. Hi Captain Dennis, I have set up a full-size, fully functional 737 home cockpit. I have a PPL and instrument rating but no jet experience. What is your suggestion for betting using that 737 simulator? Wow. Pedro, wow, you did a great job installing the full functional 737 cockpit. Absolutely great. I would recommend to do according to Boeing's procedures, do everything according to Boeing procedures, and yeah, just fly it, my friend, fly it. Maybe you have fellows who fly the Boeing 737, real pilots, they may suggest you something for the simulator setup. Can you please upload a full conversation between captain, first officer and ATC during takeoff and landing? I have those videos. They're Cloud's conversation in most of my videos. Has been interesting. I gotta take off. Ciao, ciao, Pamela. Thank you for participating in the stream. Dennis, I like your videos and the short videos. Video I see all the nights, and I want to be a pilot. Andre, yeah, if it's your dream, go for it. All the best. Why did you choose Ukraine Airline? Hmm, it's a long story. Mostly, I like it because of the. I think in Ukraine they have a good facilities for pilots, and this airline exists for more than 27 years already. So I think it's kind of stable, the most stable in Ukraine. And plus, by that time I entered the Ukraine International, had all my friends flying here. So was the major, and I think it's now the major airline in Ukraine, and that's why I joined it. Now we have different airlines, but I'm okay here. I just want to go if something goes wrong with my career here, or if something goes wrong with my airline. So in that case, I would probably go and fly elsewhere because I want to fly. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna. Ukraine Airline is safe airline. You mean Ukraine International? It's the safest airline one of the safest in the world, according to statistics. Uh, Almost 2 years ago, we lost the airplane in Tehran, but not because of the airline fault. It was just hit by missile, Iranian missile. That's it. So it's not the fault of the airline. Ever landed in Poland? Yes, many times. Warsaw. Have you seen today's the statement of Ukraine government about your airline? They may say whatever they want to say. I don't really like the government. I don't really like the presentation that we have. It's my personal opinion, my friends. I like my airline. What they are doing there in these ministries, in this government, it's their business. They don't pay money for me. They take money from my salary with taxes, that's it. So my airline gives my money, gives me the flights, so I respect my airline only, not the government. So they may say whatever they want to say, don't really care. I like my country, but not really the government. Dennis, I like your videos and I see all nights your... yeah, the same. All Ukraine and Russian airlines always make flight to Antalya because lots of tourists want to... Yeah, it's regularly. Every summer we fly to Antalya. It's awesome, actually. At least we have somewhere to fly during the crisis time, right? First airline, it's Urga, Air Urga, Antonov 26. Hello, I read about the Airbus project to try it on a single pilot operation. What do you think about potential of it? It has the potential, but not in nearby 50 years. I really want to be a pilot. Good, go for it. Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Uni. Dennis, why are the navigation lights on the airplanes green on the right and red on the left, Betsy? It came from the ships. The ships also have the same. They have two lights. One Green on the right and red on the left to identify the direction of the ship movement. The same goes for the airplane. Are you allowed to fly with a beard? It's said that with a beard an oxygen mask doesn't cover the face well. No, it's false. Yeah, I'm allowed. You are allowed to fly with a beard. You just need to groom it, to shave it, to make it more accurate look, not like a Santa Claus or Afghan style beard. So no. Hello, Captain. Hi. How Afghanistan people died? What's the purpose of your comment? Can the Boeing 737 Max could be success if the MCAS was working correctly? Yes. Yes. Should I do levers or a polytech diploma? Lawyers. You just type levers or polytech diploma before I start flight school. I think it really doesn't matter. Do what you like. Have you ever flown an Airbus A380 just as a passenger? Sir, you choose to become a pilot, and who motivated you? My family. How would be aviation after 7 years? I think better if we will not see any big wars, new viruses, etc. It should be okay. Hey Captain, I wonder who decides where to renew first certificate at UAE, yourself or airline? I wonder who decides where to renew first certificate at UAE. What is the certificate? I didn't understand. What is the future of pilot after 5 years? How many pilots could probably go unemployed according to you, sir? They are unemployed right now, but in 5 years I hope not only unemployed pilots will get the job, but also the industry will need many more new pilots. I don't answer the comments written in Russian, sorry. English channel. As well, it goes for Ukrainian, Indonesian, Chinese, etc. We speak English here, English Club. I need to become an Air Force officer. Go for it, if you like it. Hey, I'm 12 years old. I'm joining my new flight school today. I'm 12 years old, joining flight school. I think something was wrong here. How come you stopped doing ground vlogs at your destinations? Did I stop? I don't know. Hi, my ambition is a pilot. I'm from India, Tamil Nadu. Yeah, go for it, Mohammed. Go. If it's your job, if it's your dream. Yeah, I miss ground vlogs. What are they? You mean the vlogs in the cities? You'll see tomorrow. The city review, some of the city places. I even went to the sex shop in Lviv, or some, not the sex shop actually, but some erotic one. Maybe. You'll see. You'll see tomorrow. Not really. I have 6 hours before and I took test to pass. No. Why the two engine in the Boeing 737 start first, engine number 2? I don't know. I know why. Well, I think you may start engine number 2 and still use what? Mm-hmm. Now it's just a procedure. We start engine number 1 if we have a APU not working, and also probably engine number 2 because from the left side you can still have the gate, right? You may start engine number 2 if the APU is not working. Remove from the gate, start engine number 1, and yeah, usually start number 2. And if you have the air starter, it connects from the right side, so you remove the gate, you start engine number 1, then engine number 2. So I don't really know. Does the pilot choose which aircraft to fly, or it's the company which decides? In most of the cases, it is the company. During people traveling airplane tire, how they that? Okay, I'll remove this user. How to remove it? Okay, I remove it because he's writing total crap. Captain, from what grade should I join for pilot course? I think not earlier than from 16 years old. Captain, can you explain seed stars? Uh, what is interesting there? Just the roots with okay. You may actually find lots of videos of explanation. I don't think it's very interesting for everybody to know, but you can even on YouTube. I know there are guides for seeds and stars. There are interesting guide by the Baltic Aviation Academy. The guy explains seeds, stars, approach charts, and everything. So I don't think it's very popular or very interesting content for everyone. I like Boeing 787. Yeah, I also like Boeing 787. Dennis, have you ever had a situation? Now I'm going to use the ejection seat. We don't have ejection seat. No, I hadn't had this kind of situation. Who else gets even more hyped after his video? Please tell the vacancy of pilot in Ukraine Airline. We don't have the vacancies for pilots right now. Hello, hello. I meant the first medical certificate. Who decides where to renew it? The pilot decides according to our rules, so I may go wherever I want to renew it. Hello, Captain. Hi. Captain, how you remember all buttons in the cockpit? You just follow the procedure. You don't need to remember all the buttons in a cockpit. Actually, you need to know the functions, what they do. There are not really many of them if you see closely. They're separated for the systems, and if you have the most buttons and switches in the overhead panel, you use in non-normal operations. Okay, for normal operations you use just a few switches. For non-normal, you open the carriage that guides you which switch to turn off, turn on, etc. How psychometric test? It was fine. Hi from Paraguay. Greetings to Paraguay. Hey. Dennis, can you compare Eastern Western flight airlines procedures and compare passengers USU Russian airlines? Can you see there's some generalizations, priorities of areas of focus? Matt, very interesting comment from I didn't work for Western Airlines. Unfortunately, I worked for Asian Airlines and for Ukrainian Airlines mostly, and I partially started my career in Russia. So I think, in general, I like the CRM in Garuda Indonesia a little bit more compared to Ukrainian and especially Russian airlines. Flying for UTR was very interesting on the north in Siberia region, but they're still, Soviet-minded people. Now we are getting rid of those things in Ukraine, and here we have nice management, also nice CRM, and little by little we are getting out from this swamp. I would say it's swamp. In Indonesia, in Garuda Indonesia, it's they put lots of attention on CRM, but still they have some issues. All right. For now, I think the safest airline that I was ever worked in is Ukraine International, according to policies, to procedures, to pilots. Still, yeah, we're ex-Soviet country, but I think we're most progressive airline out there in this region. I don't know about EU, I don't know about US. Sorry. Captain, have you been vaccinated? Just with the first shot, and I'm waiting for the second shot, which will be on 3rd of September. And yeah, partially, so I'm partially vaccinated. Hello to Bulgaria. How many hours have you built by flying today? It's around 6,500 or maybe even now 600 hours. 6,600. Dennis, the Airbus rate is coming back to Emirates. Your opinion, Betsy? I think it's not only coming back, it was in Emirates, it was just grounded mostly. It's good airplane for them because they use the hub model based in Dubai. So I think Emirates will be, I think, probably one of the few airlines who will continue to fly on this beautiful airplane. Captain, what is the worst condition for landing? Hello, saludos, aviator. Worst condition for landing? There could be many. Non-acceptable wind, poor visibility, slippery runway, I don't know, wind shear. So you just not land in that case. Captain, in your opinion, what are the best flight schools in Europe and what are the most important things to consider in choosing a flight school? Francisco, I would consider the money because in general, what you need to do is, yeah, of course, you'll gain the experience, but I think mainly the flight school mostly the same. At this point, I would not agree with the mentor pilot. He says that they have an airline pilot club that will choose the best of the best flight schools, and they will guarantee that you will have the good and proper studying there, proper skills, you'll obtain proper skills. But in general, if the flight school has the certificate, just go and check out with them personally and speak with the flight instructors, speak with the management. If you don't like them, don't go there, and try to search the information on Google, the reviews of the pilots who did the training there. About their recommendation, I would recommend, I know just one school here in Eastern Europe. It's Baltic Aviation Academy, and I think they are great. That's it. I don't know about the price. I would consider mostly the price because the price may differ. For example, the flight training to become a commercial pilot in Netherlands cost more than 100,000 euros. Here in Eastern Europe, it is twice 2 times less. So, and you have the same IASA type license, which with that license you can fly in every EU country. What is the quickest way to increase flight hours as a new pilot? It depends, Brian. It depends where you are. In United States, the fastest way is to become the CFI, Certified Flight Instructor, and continue to train young pilots for the private pilot license. It's the most, I think, efficient way. Also, cargo flights, pipe patrolling, banner towing, and I think skydiving. Do you think automation will end, take over flying fully, and pilots will not be needed in the future? Everything of that I already discussed in the beginning of this video. I don't want to repeat. So we may check out before. What happens if we put jet fuel in a car? You may try. I think diesel car may drive on the jet fuel, no problems. Why the Boeing 737 Sears don't have screen seats? Maybe depends on airline. In some airlines they have the screens, some airlines they don't. Do you drive Emirates? You drive Emirates, sorry. You drive Emirates. No. Dennis, why are you not drink? I forgot to drink, to put my cup of water. Please tell your monthly salary of an airline pilot. Sorry, cannot tell. It's the airline policy. I cannot tell the salary. Dennis, do you like the Boeing 727? Yeah, I like it. Do you get fatigue sometimes? Yeah, for example, today I was editing the videos until 5 a.m. So I went to sleep at 5 a.m. and I got up at 10 a.m. So 5 hours of sleep, and you can see I'm quite fatigued today. They canceled my flight. I should have flown the flight during the night, last night, but I decided, okay, I already prepared for night without a sleep, so it's better to get to the editing the videos. So yeah, at least I did my job. I like to go sleep quite late. How do pilots go around after touchdown if they have brakes on, flaps extended, and spoilers? Just put the throttle and the spoilers will automatically go down. The brakes will automatically disarm. What you need to do is to retract the flaps. If the flaps are 30, retract to 15 and go around. I will became pilot after 9 years. I'm still waiting. Wow. Captain, you're from Ukraine. Captain, is it true some older 737-800s cockpit with analog standby instruments make some kind of sounds? Yes. There is the altimeter and it has the turn box, okay? A membrane box. Then the altitude increases, the box increases, and it joined with the needle, and needle increases the altitude, right? So it's like a balloon, but it's like a box. There is some instrument errors. To avoid these errors, there is the small hammer that always clicking on this box, like it's a very old system, but still we have the airplanes with that. So it's sometimes annoying, but after all, I got used to the sound. And yeah, on the ground we usually switch off the sorry, the kids are screaming outside. On the ground you may pull out the circuit breaker to avoid this noise, because in the air, because you have the airflow from the air conditioning system, you don't really hear the noise of clacking, clack, 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 but then you're on the ground, you clearly hear that noise. And sometimes we select, as I said to you, select the circuit breaker off just on the ground. What happens if we put the jet fuel in a car? Already answered. Thanks for your time, Captain. Enjoying your session. Keep calm and live. Thank you. You drive but Boeing 777? No, not so far. Not yet. Do pilots ever get jet lag? Yes, it's normal people. Do you have to get a degree to be a pilot? If so, what is it? Bachelor or college degree for main airlines in the United States. In Ukraine as well, from where I fly. I don't know if you would care to do this, but I kind of want to see a small tour of Kiev on this channel or road home, unless you have done it already. No, I haven't done. We may do it. I may go to the Kiev to take electrical scooter and ride it across the very interesting places, probably. Okay, let's go down a little bit to update with the comments. Sorry guys, if I didn't answer your question, you may ask it once again. Are pilots allowed to smoke? Do you smoke as a pilot? Pilots are allowed to smoke, but I do not smoke because I think it's very harmful for the body. Hello, Captain. I'm Shobit from India. Shobit from India. One of your biggest fan. Thank you for your support. Captain, can we have a chit chat about my pilot's courses? About my pilot chit chat. Can we have a chit chat about my power pilot courses? Mohammed, I graduated from the academy a long time ago. I'm out of the updates, so you probably know better than me what is happening in initial pilot training. I'm just kind of give you general advices as to everyone, but there is no any use in chatting with me. Dennis, when is your next flight? It will be on 24th to Athens. There are no athletes in turbulent. Okay. Do you visited Shevchenko University for master degree in Kiev? No. My wife actually graduated from that university. Captain, where are you from? I'm from Ukraine. What's the biggest plane you ever flown? It's Boeing 737-900. What's the compulsory subject for pilot? Navigation, air law, principles of flight, meteorology, everything is very compulsory. Hello, Captain. Then will you come to Suvarnabhumi Airport? Oh, hopefully one day. I'm not flying to Indonesia anymore. What's the biggest plane you ever flown? Already answered. Hi Dennis. In some videos filmed on Lufthansa flights, pilots respond to ATC saying that they're call sign first and not at the end of the message. Like should be in standard communication. Why? I don't know. So first you call to, for example, Frankfurt Tower, Ukraine International 123, for example, and pass your message. It's standard. I'm curious why only left-hand pilots use this method. I understand that UAE cancelled their order for MAX, but do you think they could get them in the future? Yes, I think so. Not only thing, but I'm sure about it. It will be the same story as with NG, so little by little Boeing 737 NG will be replaced by MAX. So the same thing happened with the Classic and Boeing 737 NG. Hi Dennis, how does ATC know where you are heading to after you take off? Love your videos. Pranzi, we have the transponder that transmits the signal to ATC, so they know our position, our speed, altitude, etc. What was the cost of type rating when you became pilot? It's around $6,000 up to $7,000. Dennis, with Air wants 300 new pilots before the end of this year. Let's say yes, it's good. Which country is the best for training? I think it doesn't matter on the country. It matters on the specific flight school. If you want to become a pilot in a specific country, go for it and get a training over there. My dream was to become a pilot, but I have no money. You can earn money, spend them to become a pilot. That's the idea. There are many people who became pilots not in 22 but in 38, 40, because they spent time, they stayed with their goal, they stayed with their dream, and they earned the money, became the pilot. So the life is interesting. Everyone has his or her unique path, and life is not easy, as you see. So if it's really your dream, you'll do everything to become a pilot. Go for other job, try something else to become a pilot. I hope we can fly the Boeing 777 one day, because it's a good plane and you can explore more countries. Maybe. Dennis, what doesn't man flex thrust blue mean? Do pilots have to stay? I didn't get your question. On your video you fly right hand seat with the two captains on board. Are you on line check pilot, or are you short on first officers? We don't have first officers on 737 anymore, sadly. That's why I can fly from left and from right. Okay, enjoy the live stream. Okay, bye. The future will be computers, not men flying, sadly. Not in nearby future. Do you ever visit India? No. Not yet. I want to be a pilot. I can't afford that much money. Yes, you are not unique in that. So try to follow your goal in different way. Try to earn the money to become a pilot. The way is not easy. Is Madeira airport dangerous? No, it's challenging but not dangerous. How long does it take to become a commercial pilot? Usually not less than 2 years, not more than 4 years. Captain, how long have you been flying the airplane? Since 2009. I'm in commercial aviation. Is Madeira airport dangerous? Already answered the question. It's not. It's just challenging. A little bit challenging. In less than 20 years, they will off-charge laws to allow autonomous flight commercially as well as cars. No, I don't think so. The industry is so... You see, I fly the airplane that was designed in 1967, and there were just some few minor changes. If you go to the cockpit, you'll see it's old school, very old style airplane. I mean the Boeing 737. And I don't believe that we'll have this type of technologies for automation in nearby 100 years. Believe me. Is your company thinking about energy efficiency flying? We always think about the efficiency. Fuel efficiency, same with energy efficiency. What's your motivation to go to work every day? Money. No, actually, I like flying. If you go to this profession just for money, you'll not find happiness. So I just like my job. I like what I do. I like what I film. I like what I fly. Is using the yoke easier than using the Airbus side stick? No, the Airbus side stick is much easier to use. Is college a requirement to work for an airline? Love from Canada. Greetings to Canada. From what I know, I searched for American Airlines, for the United States Airlines like American, Delta, United. They have the requirement for the college degree or for university bachelor degree at least. If you want to join low-cost airlines like Southwest, they don't have that requirement. So I don't know what is in Canada. I didn't search, haven't searched. How hard it's to fly in a stormy day? You do not fly in a stormy day, into the storms at least. Hello, pilot. How is the situation in Kabul? I'm not in Kabul. Is Lukla Airport dangerous? I think it is. It is not only challenging, but it is dangerous because there were many crashes there. How I became a pilot? How I became a pilot? I don't know how you became a pilot. Can I become a pilot with bad eyesight? I'm 16, but I'm interested. Go to air medical facility in your country. Google it. Air medical facility. Specify your town where you live or your city, and it will give you the information about the closest one. Go there. Okay, I need to check my eyes whether it's okay for flying. Go and check. I'm not the doctor. Pilots like drivers are overhead that will entirely be removed. Every corporation is aiming and removing stuff. Even shops will have no staff. It's crazy, but it will happen. And those with power make law. Angry Brit, I do agree with you. But for aviation, it may happen not now, not in nearby 10 or 15 years. Just go to the beginning of this video. I don't want to argue with you just right now. I do agree with you, but it will not happen tomorrow or in foreseen future. Not in this century, for sure. Captain, which pilot school would you prefer in the world? I don't know. It depends. I live here. If I Google the closest flight school, okay, I'll go there. That's it. I need just school that has all the licenses. That's it. And I'll try to go to one school. What's the price for your training? Okay, the other school is far away, but it has the lower price. I would rather choose that. So choose. Do you think Southwest is a good airline to work for? I think it is good. It is good. I finished the awesome guy checklist. Wow, thanks. In Kabul, there were some people trying to escape and land in gear wells. Do you think it is possible to survive there for a short time in 737 or in ATR? No, it's not for the short time. What short time? No. Then the airplane reaches the cruising level. The person will 99.99999% die. There was the successful case, however. Someone went to this landing gear real well. I don't remember the airplane. Someone just tried to immigrate somewhere from Africa or something, and the guy just almost dead, but not dead. Is there any future for jumbo planes? It's really hard to imagine aviation without 747. I don't think it's not. It will not see four-engine aircraft anymore. Let's have you ever flown the 737-400 or 500 or just in Gs? I've flown 737 Classic, 300 and 500, but not 400. By the way, difference in medical certificates, first, second, third. Well, the first, it goes, if you want to be a pilot in commercial aviation, you need to have the first one. The second, you can have some maybe bigger problems and fly as a private pilot. And the third goes, I don't remember, to ATC probably. Then Dennis, I say welcome to the Netherlands. Maybe you can go for a relax, Betsy. Oh, for sure. I can for sure relax there in Netherlands. I really like this place. Dennis, hello. Did you like my photos? Yes. Greetings, Alex. Alex just did his flights in Israel on a small plane. Congratulations. Can a pilot decide which aircraft want to fly? Mainly no. Do you know much general aviation flying outside your work? Do you do much general aviation flying outside your work? Not anymore. Not anymore. Do you ever play Flight Simulator 2020? If so, what do you think of it? I've never flown a real plane, however, I've simmed over 2 years now, and I feel confident in a Cessna that I'd fly real one, no problem. It's a good simulator, but I think you need it if you want to fly the particular airplane. Just go to the flight simulator, download good model. They're pretty much good models, default models for Cessna, as you said, 152, 172. So that may help you to discover the cockpit, to get ready about to get familiar about the switches and the flying in general. But for the flight skills, I think of course it's not even close to the real airplane. The wheel well isn't pressurized, so the person would have to deal with cold temperatures and thin air. Yes, and hypoxia. Very motivating. Thank you, Captain. Thank you. Is old enough to become a pilot and just arrived. How old are you? Do Airbus and Boeing have the potential to land at Lukla Airport, Nepal? No. Dennis, what is the most beautiful country in Ukraine? That's beautiful country in Ukraine. Ukraine is the country. Did you think about streaming Dennis with the Russian Dennis account? Not for now. Warm greetings, Captain. Hey Dennis, did you find out about 737 nose gear detail, which is called summing mechanism? No, I didn't search it actually for it. Too busy nowadays. Why Russians try to develop Illusion 96? It seems really with no point object. I don't know. I sub to you, I'm a decent guy. Angry Breed, thank you so much for subscription. You have joined the awesome guy community. Now you are considered an awesome guy, the true awesome guy. Officially. Do you lock the door of the cockpit? Yes. Always. Okay guys, it was a pleasure to speak to you. Already 2 hours and it's time to over the stream. And thank you everyone. Just follow the awesome guy as usual. Thank you for participating in the stream. First, just like this video. After that, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, whatever it means. Thank you very much for joining this video. Have a great time. By the way, tomorrow is the announcement. You can find it on my channel. The day in life as an airline pilot. You will fly to Antalya and go back to Lviv airport and we'll discover something about the Lviv city itself, and then we'll fly to Kiev, to Borispol as a passenger. So stay with me there on my channel and have a great time.